So the 15 minutes was up. I had more questions to ask her. So I got up from the living room floor, walked down the hall. My dad and my stepmother's bedrooms on the far right hand side. I get to the door. The door is wide open. I'm about to walk in. When I walk in, my stepmother was butt ass naked, no clothes on at all, laying in bed, masturbating. When I looked at her, her eyes were the whitish bluish color, and she had this smile on her face. Now, with that smile on her face and her eyes different color, the eyes and the smile to me said, "Come join me." I froze, turned around, walked away, stand in the hallway. I'm like, did I just see what I just think I just saw? Then walked in the living room, sat on the couch. 3 minutes later, my stepmother comes in wearing her nightgown, nothing underneath. All of a sudden, she sits down right next to me and start trying to rub her breast against my hand. I moved my hand away from her breast and got up and sat on the other couch. 3 days later, I'm at work. Got off of work. It was an afternoon. It was a Saturday. My dad and my stepmother picks me up. We drove by our house, drove by our neighborhood, went to a trailer park. My dad tells me to get out of the car. I get out of the car, and we went to the office building of the trailer park. Didn't know what the hell was going on. No one didn't tell me anything. My dad knocks on the door, on the office door. The office door was opened up, and the person gave my dad a key. Now, so my dad gives me the key. He goes, "You live in here now for a little while." I looked at him like, "What? Why?" I never answered. Gave me the answer. And my stepmother said, "I'll come and pick you up to take you to work and pick you up and take you back home." It was during the summertime now. So I was at a trailer park, living by myself. No food, no water. I even asked him, like, "How do you pay for all this?" My stepmother told me that we took your money out of your savings account and pay for the security deposit and pay for your month's rent. My mouth dropped. I'm like, why? They never answered my question. Every night I slept in the living room. I was hearing gunshots everywhere. People yelling and screaming in the neighborhood. My grandmother finally rescued me. Saw how I was living. She didn't like the way I was living, and she knew, seeing the food in the refrigerator, no food in there, takes me to make me live with her. My grandmother starts acting different in front of me. One time I ended up using the restroom, door was closed. My grandmother opens up the door, walks in, with slacks on, no bra, no blouse. She was butt ass naked. I'm like 15 years old. My grandmother's like halfway naked, and she's like washing her armpits in front of me and washing underneath her breast. I'm like looking at her. I'm like, "What the hell are you doing in here, Grandma? Put some clothes on." She goes, "I'm washing myself." I'm like, in front of me? No answer. She just kept on doing it. I walked away. I'm like, what the fuck? I go to went to school. I had no friends. I made one friend. Name was Michael Plato, but no girlfriends. When I'm at home, I don't go outside. I was hanging around grown-ups, my own family members. My grandmother, like I said, acting different in front of me. She constantly asked me to rub her feet. When I rub her feet, she always adjusts her nightgown, not wearing any pants underneath, and adjusts her nightgown so I can see up her nightgown. And a lot of times she asks me to massage her feet or massage her back, and she always takes off her blouse and be like halfway naked, so I can massage her back. And I start having perverted thoughts in my head. My Great Irene, when she comes over to visit, my grandmother's sister, she asked me to do the same thing, massage her feet, and she's always wearing no panties either, and she always wears no bra or no blouse. Like, what the fuck? And all of a sudden I started having perverted thoughts of incest thoughts. Now, age 18, almost graduated from high school, I have no friends at all. And then I started making friends. Sophomores, all boys. Graduated from high school. Graduated from high school, about to go to college, too scared to, never went. Was going for commercial art. When I was in school, I was told I was very stupid. I wanted to take creative writing. When I left the treatment center, I ended up being my own friend. Talking to myself, answering myself back. When I answer myself back, I end up feel like I'm a different person. Answer myself back as a different person, a boy or a girl. Always made up stories and act like different people. Did that for a long time, and I still do it for some reason. Now, I have now friends, but I don't open up to nobody. I just a body, it seems like. It was good to have friends. Everyone talked about their own thing, of course. There was nothing I was really into. Went to a bonfire party, had marijuana, and for some reason I just stayed in my car. I was in my car for 3.5 hours, and while my friends were partying. When they got done, they got in the car, and they're like, "Dave, you missed out a good time." I'm like, "Yeah, but say I have a drug test coming up." Had the drug test for the special class I was taking for hands-on training for getting a job. I passed the drug test. I was at home one day, about to watch TV. All of a sudden, someone knocks on my door. I went to answer it, and it was all my friends. They told me to come on out. They got something special to show me, to do with me. I got out, went to another friend's house, a new friend, and guy opened up his garage door, let us in. We went inside. There was chairs and couches and tables and all. And all of a sudden, the head guy named Andre Brown, he goes, "All right, everybody, show what you got." So everybody took a joint out of their pocket. One guy named Michael Simpson, he had 2 joints. And we smoked. And when I smoked with weed, it was good, but I act different. I felt different. I started thinking with my thoughts, talking to myself back, constantly all the time still. And then one time I ended up smoking weed. I made a game with myself and see what happens around me. I start asking questions with my thoughts. And I asked to Jamie Johnson, one of my friends, a yes or no question. I said to him, "If you can hear my thoughts, make 1 bang for no, 2 bangs for yes, 3 bangs for maybe." And I did that. I asked a question. All of a sudden, it was a yes or no a question he should know, and the answer was a no question. And sure enough, he made 2 bangs. I'm like, nah, that's a coincidence. So I tried it again. The answer should be a yes. All of a sudden, he did 1 bang. I'm like, what the hell? So I ended up focusing my attention towards Andre Brown, asking the same thing. Sure enough, the same thing happened. It was a yes question, and he did a bang for 1 for yes. So I ended up asking another question with my thoughts to him. He did another bang. The answer should be a no, 2 bangs. So I ended up doing it with all my friends, and sure enough, they all did the same thing. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? But I kept it to myself. I didn't tell anybody about it. Andre Brown, he was one of the guys who ended up getting a whole bunch of girlfriends. One day he had a girlfriend named Amy, and of course he used my car to pick her up and hang out with her, and while I was around as well. Andre and Amy was making out in the front seat of the car, and I was in the front seat of the car too. Amy's like rubbing her feet all over me, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Like, it seemed like Andre and Amy wanted me to join in. Of course, I never did. Let's see what else happened. I'll tell you a whole bunch of stuff. Hold on. Part 5's coming up, or part 6 coming up. Hold on.